There has been several lackluster updates in Minecraft, arguably. But what do you think is the update with the most missed potential? Something that could have been great, but just wasn't due to lack of content or the direction Mojang took with it. I personally think it's the sniffers. The sniffers were added to the game in Minecraft Live 2022's mob vote, and between glorified item frames and just some random dude that gives you junk, the ancient six-legged cow that finds ancient seeds was a no-brainer. In fact, the sniffers got more than the half of the votes. However, when the sniffers were finally added to the game, what we got was this. I mean, they're cool, I guess, but only two? The fact that we only get one small plant and one tall plant was pretty freaking lame. Also, there was nothing that was ancient about them except they were vibrant than other flowers, I guess. And the fact that a flower named Torchflower didn't even glow made the sniffers to be forgotten pretty damn quickly. But I see potential here. I feel like by adding more ancient seeds, the sniffer update could have been an update that introduces new mechanics, awesome decorative materials, and some lore implications. So that's what we're doing today. I'm making new scenes. You know, first time I heard of the word ancient seeds, I thought it was going to be a crop of some sort, like carrots or potatoes. So the first seed is going to be a food item. Since usually crops are roots of the plant, I thought of making ginsengs. And if you don't know what that is, it's like edible plant root. Unfortunately, I forgot to record the process of it, but it's pretty straightforward. It's just retexturing beetroots. You'll be able to farm ginseng seeds and like this. That's how they look. Farming them, you can get the ginsengs by getting 6 of them like this. You could make ginseng soup. It looks like this. You'll be able to eat it. That gives you more saturation than golden carrots. But because these are unstackable, it doesn't replace golden carrots. The ginseng soup is still the item with this highest saturation. So it'll make a lot of clutches. I think just given the possibility of doing that is very fun. Second seed is actually not a seed. It's a sapling. I feel like sniffers could have introduced a new type of wood without adding a whole biome. Like we're only seeing a glimpse of the ancient past. So what I did for this one is just basically designing a whole new wood type. I wanted to make a green wood. Since we don't have that yet, I wanted the bark to be muddy green with spikes all over it, like pineapples. So I tried my best to capture that jaggedness of the bark. And because of this, I thought using diamond as the main pattern for the doors made sense. So here's the sapling. You would get this item from the sniffer and grow into a tree that you can only find through a sniffer. I think that would immediately make the sniffers more valuable. Yeah, this is how the wood looks like. I chose oak wood because I thought it would be like a default shape, but I don't know actually. If I could mod it, I would probably mod it, but I'm not a modder. I only know how to pixelate stuff. Anyways, the bark looks like this. So it looks pretty good. The strip logs look like this. The planks looks like this. Oak fences, and I feel like the doors are pretty nice. You know, I would use this if this was in game. And the trapdoors. Yeah. Now I'm just saying it doesn't have to be this. It doesn't have to be green. It doesn't have to be this specific wood type. I just feel like adding a new wood type through a sniffer is a very fun idea. The third seed is going to be quite similar to the torch flower. In fact, we are going to use the torch flower as the base texture. This one, I want to lean into the lore implications a lot. Do you ever find it weird that the only two mobs that has the sense of scent are both described as ancient? I'm obviously talking about the warden and the sniffer. Whether they are related or not, we're gonna make a Skulk related scene so it can tell players that they may have been living in the same era. I always really liked the pale bone like structure of the Skulk, so I've decided to use that. Also, thought of the shading of the Skulk catalyst look very flower-like a 4-petal flower, so I'm gonna use that as well. When we have the Skulking seed, place it, and then by bone mealing it, we get this flower called the Skulk Lily. And it's going to look like this. This is the full stages of them. So if you put Skulk Lily inside the brewing stand, you get a potion called Potion of Darkness, which I think it's pretty straightforward. It's a potion that gives you the darkness effect. So I thought giving players the option to make potions of darkness to maybe troll people. I don't know. I think it's just fun to have options. Well, that's an additional feature. Well, the main point is I would love to see canon connections. This is only just my head canon, but you know, something like this. Okay, 4th seed. This time we're gonna make something purely decorative. The same purpose with the original flowers, but more applicable. I mean, I wouldn't say the flower is very applicable to builds. It's very flamboyant. My first idea was to make vines. Not the ones that we have, but something like this. But it turned out pretty freaking boring. So I spent a couple of days modeling and texturing to make it a bit more better. And also mainly fixing bugs. But in the end, it looked terrible. Okay. Now the question is, does it look good? And I gotta be honest, I don't like that. I really don't like that. This one's a failure. So my next idea was to make mushrooms. Again, not the ones that we have, but the kind that grows on walls. I don't know what you would call them. Wall mushrooms, I guess. I retextured cocoa beans or cocoa beans. And thanks to the experiences that I had with vines and modeling and Blockbench, I could pull this off in 2 hours-ish. What the hell? Oh my god, I forgot to texture the cocoa bean. Okay, I'm gonna go do that real quick. Give me a second. Okay. Now we're actually done. You get ancient fungus from the sniffers. That's what you get. The ancient funguses. Okay. Then you plant this and it becomes these little mushrooms. And you grow this into a bigger one or even bigger one. I'll show you how they look. Kind of like that. I think it's pretty cool. There can be there's mushrooms growing on the side of it. I mean, that looks pretty cool. It's cool. It's cool. And I like cool stuff. I like making cool stuff. So, anyways, that was the end of the video. I would like to emphasize that I am not saying these are the correct answers. I'm just suggesting some ideas that I think are pretty cool. Did you think they were pretty cool? Or did you think they were pretty lame? What other sniffer seeds ideas do you have? Oh my god. Let me know. Comment them down below because I wanna read them. Also subscribe if you liked the video and check out some other videos that I've uploaded. And that being said, I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Bye. Oh shit. Bye. You can click off now.